for the best damn opening, woo, in Facebook Live history. I don't have enough viewers on YouTube to say that, but, you know, I'm working on it. And then I will say that on YouTube. If there isn't that Niner schmo tried to duplicate my opening. That's just rude. It's just, you don't do that. I mean, the guy like completely tried to copy my opening. It was just bad. I appreciate that, you know, you want to be like the best, but, you know, you can't just do that. Did I slide in I'm the best? I did. Often imitated, never duplicated. That fool with no hair, woo, that shouts like Ric Flair. Ahem. Ahem. Woo! The Raider Bear! A Raiders! Rockin' Ragin' Raider Rhino tonight. Alexa! Hush! All right, so what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We have so much to talk about, and we will get into that in just a moment. But first, Tradish! Raider Bear Live! First comment, woo! MVP tonight goes to... And I usually start my YouTubers because they simply can write on my, you know, my video before it even starts. So they're kind of there when I start the show. John the Lion! Woo! Leon! Always taking L's, but never suffering losses. My guy, John the Lion, Leon. And of course, in second place, bitching and whining all the way there. As you can see by this comment. You know I'm just playing Jim. Jim Vanderlyn! Sup, brother? Welcome to the show. JV Dub. Kind of like that. J Vanderlyn. J Van D. I don't know. I kind of like that. Third place. Moji Master himself. Mark Bargis. Who always hits me with the best. Bear! S.A. Big Dog. Honorable mention to S.A. Big Dog. What's up, S.A.? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. And next. Ooh, we have another sighting. It makes me feel so much better about myself. The former, reigning, defending Hall of Famer himself. Tonight's gold medalist, who? Josh Russell! What? I fanboy on Josh Russell, okay? Second place, my silver medal goes to that hot upstart that's been running through my medal round for weeks now. Lucky Pace! You should see this handsome devil. He sounds like Barry White when he talks. It's incredible. Third place, my bronze medal goes to... And you guys know I love it when a Raiderette slides into the sausage fest. That is my medal round, because there's always way too many dudes. Well, and one of my favorites, Anna Diaz Rincon. Hey, look, it's not my fault the voice is on bionic because I had to take a couple days off. So when the larynx from God gets when the larynx from God, okay, gets a few days rest, it gets out of control around here. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Honorable mention to Chris Strong. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the show. And Corinna Trujillo. Hi, love. T Dip. What's up, T? Welcome to the show. Bob Stannard, my good friend in the house. What's up, Bob? Hey, Bob, I appreciate that post of that A's win. If for no other reason that, you found a win. Whenever I check in on my A's, they're always getting beat like 27-2. You know what I mean? Like softball scores. My wife will be like, are they showing softball? Oh, no, honey, this is Major League Baseball. It just has the A's in it. We're so embarrassing right now. Corinna! Hello! Thank you for the stars, love. I appreciate you. And anyone else that gets stars, I will announce you as quickly as I can. But just know, stars contribute to the show go directly to charities like the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desks, which we worked with in Africa to get kids off the ground and get desks and tables. And really, honestly, there was more. There was paper and pencils and pens and backpacks and all that stuff. And we committed to 13 kids. We got 28 in. This was just last year. It was super awesome. And, year before last. And, we're really excited about it. We're also working with St. Jude's and early onset cancer, and my favorite right now, Punks for Autism. We're working with Punks for Autism. It's near and dear to my heart because my daughter is a autism destroyer. I don't like to say survivor. She was going to survive regardless, but she kicks autism in the butt. Most people can't even tell she has it now. And then I have 2 cousins, a nephew. So it's tough. So whatever you can do, even if you want to do it privately through, autistic research or another one, please feel free. You know what I mean? This isn't me making money. I'm just trying to do something, with a platform that I've made other than just be entertaining and do the news. You know what I mean? Because I want to do those things all the time, but I'm trying to do more now with the bigger platform instead of just, trying to become famous. It's fun being able to do something for other people and being able to help homeless people and, food banks and so on. It's super rewarding, and so a lot of you, if you've never done it, do it. I promise you, you'll feel better about yourself and our world as you do it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so top defensive ends in the NFL. Max Crosby did not make the top 3. Kind of mad about that. And I'm going to make my argument for why, because I'm kind of mad about that. So we're going to talk about that. Also, Devontae Adams trade rumors are bougie. I'm not even going to make you hold on the cliffhanger. I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? Booty, clickbait, but I'll go in more depth and put butts in it when I get an opportunity. Okay. Also, can the Raiders succeed with Aiden O'Connell at the wheel? Now, you guys know how I feel about it, but I'm going to bring you the counter argument, see what you guys think of that, and then we'll kind of discuss that in a moment. And then also, what was it? What's my other rule? It's never good when you can't read your own writing. Just kidding. We still have our $34.1 million cap space going into camp, and the beautiful part about that is that has us as the 5th highest amount of cap space amongst all other teams. 5th highest. Now, that means a lot, because remember, that means there's only 4 teams in front of us that could try to outbid us for someone. But what are the odds that one of those 4 teams is looking for the exact same thing we are? You know what I mean? Probably not likely. So we'll see. And then last but not least, a conversation we're going to have about alternate jerseys for the Raiders. Now, when people hear alternate jerseys, they get mad and they start thinking they're going to change the logo. It's nothing like that. They're just saying, how about putting, some swirls of gray, through the pant legs that, come all the way up and touch where the jersey is, and then have the swirl continue in the jersey. Maybe even go into the helmet, I don't know, something like that, where one side of the swirl is silver, the other side is black, and they outline it all in white. You know what I mean? They're saying, why not do something like that? Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, too. Where that's at, I have answers for you, and we'll do that in just a moment. So, first, just real quick, Travis Kelly, what's up? Welcome to the show. Matt Marinovich, always there for Raider Bear. Denton Rhodes, Cape Canaveral, Florida, in the house. Appreciate you, brother. Cody Palmer. Yo. Oh, what a beautiful baby. Oh, Cody Palmer, you're winning at life. Armando Medrano, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. It's going good, brother. Really, I've been busy, but it's going good. Dustin King, what's up, my brother? Welcome to the show. Steeler Val, always there for Raider Bear. Hi, Tommy. Did you see the comment that Grampy and Uncle Jim and he made on your page late last night? I'm sorry about your cousin, but he was coming after Grampy. Oh, I don't know any cousin that would be talking about Raider football, but I'll see if what I can do about it. And I apologize for that if someone came at you that's related to me. No, Dustin King, you've won enough times. I'm not questioning you. Or Jim. I was early today. Ellis Irving, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. The beautiful Anna Diaz-Rincon, who, by the way, was my first subscriber ever. The moment I broke and the page said, yeah, you can take subscriptions now. Number one. Anna Diaz-Rincon, love you, girl. Okay, so Max Crosby doesn't make the top three. Why? Okay, so first we got Myles Garrett. Okay, Myles Garrett, I don't mind. Myles Garrett, even if you think that, let's say you thought right now that Max is better than him, would you say that he was better than Myles Garrett last year? You know, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we've seen Max grow a lot. That's why we're all nuts about him, because he was already playing pretty good, but now he's ascended past that and now is playing like one of the best in the league. So in reality, what I'm getting at is that Myles Garrett's been good pretty much right out of the box. I mean, right when Myles Garrett hit the ground, he was great. You know what I mean? And that's not a shot at Max. It's just I feel like Max has built into a guy that rivals or compares to Myles Garrett, but at the same time hasn't had that level of work as long in the league as Myles Garrett. So I don't mind Myles Garrett being number one. Don't mind that. Then T.J. Watt. Now we have to talk. Okay, and first I want to make this disclaimer to I want to make this disclaimer to Steeler Val, because I want Steeler Val to think I'm trying to chew up her guy, especially when he is a great player. But T.J. Watt, to me, it's almost like he's a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds bad, but I don't even mean it to sound bad. I feel like he's almost like a relief pitcher. You know, he's good if you bring him in from inning 5 to inning 7. Or inning 5 to inning 8, then you're going to get his best stuff. But if you go too early, he'll get tired, and if you go too late, he'll start getting hit when you should be looking for your closer. He's sort of like that, you know what I mean? T.J. Watt is a very defensive end. I go for sacks. You know what I mean? I don't see him play the run very hard, and what I've seen him play the run in the past, he hasn't been very good because, not necessarily because of talent or anything, it's just his body size, his body type. He's not a weighty guy. He's more of a bodybuilder type of guy, muscle-wise. So visually, he looks the part, but he's more in the frame of a linebacker than a defensive lineman. And again, I would say more akin to Max Crosby, but not better than Max Crosby. T.J. Watt has a great team around him, and you shouldn't necessarily discredit a guy because he has a great team around him. But I think it has a lot to do with the Steelers' defense, their defensive calls, the way they unleash him, the way he's got other guys on that defensive line that are also elite, that put you in situations where you can't double T.J. Watt. And if you don't double T.J. Watt, he's going to get there. You know, not every play, obviously, but if you single coverage him, he's going to get there, just like our Max. But see, they could afford to double Max because we didn't have enough help on the other side. Now, hopefully, with the rise of Malcolm Kuntz, we can see something like that. Hey, Bear, how do you feel about AP not setting up any inter-squad practices? Do you think he's just saving that action as an element of surprise come game days? Great question, Travis. Welcome to the show, as always. I would say this to you, brother. I think it's solely about saving the body, and that's it. I'm a proponent of Antonio Davis's philosophy. Antonio Pierce's. Excuse me, I said Davis. I am a supporter of AP's philosophy in that a veteran football player, and I would say you're a veteran pretty much after you've been there for a year or two, because you've been playing football all your life. The only thing you're really getting used to when you go to the NFL is how elite everyone else is around you. But if you then have elite skills, say like a Zamir White. Zamir White, in my opinion, is the perfect case for me to explain what I mean when I say in his rookie season, probably wasn't quite ready to be the man. Year 2, going on, he looks like he can be that guy. He was given opportunities. He showed sparks. He played big. One of the games where I felt like was his coming out party, 145 yards. And it was the way you want it. In other words, Zamir White ran inside and made yards, ran outside, made yards, went through guys with straight arms, made yards, spun off guys, made yards. He did everything you want to see from a running back, drove his shoulder into guys, but not to be macho. He's trying to avoid injuries, so it's only where it's necessary. Put a hit right back on him, make that guy be a little bit more reluctant to tackle you next time or to tackle you high. Maybe he goes for your legs and eats one of your knees, you know what I'm saying? So I like Zamir White. I like his style. He runs violent. And if you grab his ankles, he yanks his foot out. So his knee, if anyone else is coming, they're gonna get it. And you don't see every running back do that. A lot of running backs, someone gets around their ankles and they're going to take them down. They'll often go down, and it's not because they're not competitive. It's just a guy's got your ankle. I mean, that's an injury for sure. If you start turning against him and he decides to pull or twist, you know what I mean? So I know a lot of guys, even when I was coaching, that running backs, they think, once you're in that pile and guys are around your legs, just get down. Zamir don't play like that. That's probably why he had the 2 leg injuries, unfortunately, but we'll see. Steve Sweet, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Bear! Every time. Doc Raider, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. We finally saw a receiver. It was pretty good. Yeah, Anna Diaz, our receiver room is deep. It's crazy. I have it right here. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Michael Gallup, Tulu Griffin. Now, that's the starting 5 right now. So now, obviously, that can change. But what I'm saying is if the season were starting next week, that's your starting 5 at wide receiver. Now, these are the guys on the cut bubble. DJ Turner, Christian Wilkerson. That surprised me. Jalen Guyton, Tyreek McAllister, Alex Backman. That one surprised me. Jeff Foreman and Ramel Kighton. Ramel Kighton was kind of a long shot, but I was kind of hoping that would work out because he's a real athlete. Okay, so who do I think is going to make it that's on the cut bubble? I'm not too sure about Michael Gallup being in the starting 5 of receivers they're going to take with them. I think they want I think they want Gallup right now because he's a veteran and he knows how to step right into the role in this offense and just make catches as that number 2, number 3, maybe even number 4 receiver, etc. But I just everything about Michael Gallup has to do with injuries, and it's why Dallas gave up on him. You know what I mean? It's just the truth. And so I don't know, man. I kind of like DJ Turner. I was surprised Jalen Guyton's on the list. And Christian Wilkerson, I mean, I like him. I really thought he did nice for us last year, right there on the bubble. But here he is again on the bubble. Oh, and Alex Bachman, that's the kid we picked up from the New York Giants. Real small guy, but muscled up. Little Mighty Mouse kind of running back, running back / wide receiver body type. Really fits that Hunter Renfrow replacement slot, position. I really had hopes for him, but not happening. Steve Sweet, Tails by Diesel, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Salute right back to you, brother. Patrick Ramos, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you. David Pelcliva, the A's put up 18 the other day for the win. It was nice for a day. Yeah, David Pelcliva, it felt good. I saw the score, 18-3. Thank you, Mark Vargas. And we're terrible right now. And I tell people all the time, this is when a fan is a real fan. You know what I mean? I'm not coming at you talking about I'm the Yankee fan, I'm an Astro fan, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm an A's fan. You know what I mean? I'm a proud Oakland A's fan. And when they move, I'll be an A's fan. So Rick Campos, well, here's the list. Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt. Okay, now we kind of got off the subject, so I apologize. I'll come right back to it for a second, and then I'll move on to other stuff. But T.J. Watt and then Micah Parsons? I mean, come on. Okay, first, Micah Parsons can't even do what I do well. He's a linebacker. And his own teammates are telling him he should stop that stupid podcast so that he could put more attention to what he's supposed to be doing on the football field. And more importantly, there's a lot of fans. Hi, Tony Carpenter Evans. Welcome aboard. Air Force. Show some respect. But I don't like him because they move him all over the field. And I know a lot of fans, they see that. And I get two reactions from fans when I discuss this. They say, oh, that would be so cool if we moved Max sometimes over here and moved him over there and then late blitz him up the middle and do this. No, let him be a master samurai at what he does, okay? He's a defensive end from the side of the field he plays on, and he's going to attack running backs and quarterbacks from that side of the field, period. And the other team can try to deal with it, okay? If you got to use gimmicks, to me, I'm not with that. You know what I mean? Let him beat the man that's in front of him. That's what we know he can do. Beat that man that's in front of you. And when they try to double him, we got to punish him with someone else. But see, Micah Parsons does that. He's right, left, right, delays in the middle. He's all over the field. I don't really count that. I don't understand how they even put him on the list there. Okay, then even more frustrating. Okay, so Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. I was okay with those two. I don't agree with TJ Watt necessarily, but his stats don't lie. I feel like they're dishonest. Because he has a whole system around him and teammates and a coach that are all more defensive minded. They've been together for a while. So I think that's part of why his numbers look so good. I just do. But Max being by himself on a Raider team that, until last year had no spark other than him. You know what I mean? Okay, so Micah Parsons, then Nick Bosa. Okay, now you're just insulting us. You know what I mean? The guy's hurt half the time. Half the time he looks overweight. Be honest, when every season he comes in, he looks fat. And then it takes him till week 3, 4, and 5 before he starts to look like himself again. And I mean, I could say stats don't lie with him, but, they're dishonest too. His stats don't lie, but they're a little dishonest. I just feel that way. Okay, now, I wasn't going to really go into the depth with the running backs. I already gave you the wide receivers. I think the wide receiver depth and the position is rock solid. So let's just move on to the Devontae Adams rumors. First, I had to do the sound because I don't know how to spell that and put it in comments. But God's honest truth, you have to talk about that sort of thing because there are reporters, let's say, in Texas, and they really like what's happening right now with the Texans, with C.J. Stroud at quarterback, and they want to get him weapons. So they say out loud to a reporter, hey, man, if Devontae Adams were on the market, we would make moves. So then that reporter goes home, jumps on his computer, and says, Devontae Adams potentially rumored to the Texans. And it's nonsense. And no one holds us accountable. You know who holds me accountable? That guy up there, my mama, my wife, my daughter, and myself. I have ethics, okay? I just don't do clickbait. If there's a story there, I'll tell it. If there's not one there, I don't create it. And I can't stand that. But that you're seeing more and more of it. There is absolutely nothing about Devontae Adams' contract that would make you think he's leaving. There's nothing about his attitude or his comments that would make you think he's leaving or that he wants to. He's said repeatedly that he signed off on Aiden O'Connell. He signed off on Aiden O'Connell. If you do that, you're saying, I'm good. Let's go roll. Let's win football games. I can win with that kid. Wide receivers of his ilk with his money can't be forced to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no threat over his head by the coach or the owner or anyone else if he doesn't say that. Put foots in him. Because there were people that were implying that. I'm just moving past that now. So Devontae Adams is not going anywhere. It's not happening. Okay, so next subject. Can we succeed with AOC? Now, first, I said I would say something about the running backs. Zamir White, Alexander Madison, Amir Abdullah, and Dylan Laube. Amir Abdullah and Dylan Laube, we gotta flip that. It's Dylan Laube and then Amir Abdullah, in name only. Amir Abdullah may be ahead of Dylan Laube, but in name only. It's out of respect for the fact that he's been a Raider longer. And Amir Abdullah's put in work with us. I really like some of our backup guys, wide receiver and running back. I really like them. They're hard workers. You know what I mean? Jalen Guyton may not even make the team, and I really like Jalen Guyton. That guy works hard. If you get a chance, just go on YouTube and pull up their practice, and you'll see he flashes all over the field. You know what I mean? He can play, but I mean he didn't just get, he got here yesterday, but the guy can play. 6'1", 212 pounds, free agent, and has appeared in 46 career games, 14 starts. He had 71 catches for 1,112 yards, 7 touchdowns. So not too bad. And he even covered wow, he even lined up at running back 34 times. Okay. Oh, no, excuse me. 9 times for 34 yards. I had my numbers backwards there. So, tough kid. I'm looking at him now. I think he could be a great addition to us. I would look at keeping an extra wide receiver, if for no other reason that the kick return thing is going to be so different, that you're going to have a kick return person, but you're going to have more than one, I think. And that sounds crazy to me. It's like wanting to carry 2 punters or 2 kickers. It's stupid. But in this instance, the way they've changed the kickoff rules, where nobody can move until the ball is actually caught, not kicked. Now, some of you, I think, may be misinterpreting that. So let me just repeat this, because I'm actually kind of excited about it. I think this is kind of cool. You remember, like, way, way back, some of you watching my show who are very young, you won't remember this. But there was a little football game. It was one of the very first ones. It was just a little white box like this, and it had all the little guys on it. And no, that was the digital one. It was like a play board like you would have like Monopoly, and it would have all these electric pieces on it. And when you turn it on, they would just go, and they just move with magnets. We're looking at that. In other words, everyone's got to stand still, and then right when the returner catches the ball, then everything starts. So it's like that turning on the field, because no one can budge but the kicker, and even the kicker cannot advance until the receiver catches the ball. So there are a lot of kickers that kick the ball and then they go running right down. Can't do that anymore. As soon as he kicks the ball, he has to, do his little 1, 2, 3, but then he has to stop and wait. And then when the receiver catches it, whether it's in the field of play or in the end zone, he's then live. And everyone can run, including your blockers. I think that's, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think that's genius. I think that's genius. I think that's going to innovate special teams. Now you've found a way that protects the players, because they're not going to have that super momentum coming forward from a long, you know what I mean? They're going to have to slow down to see the kicker and make adjustments. So when they make those initial impacts, they're not going to be these head clangers, that cause CTE. And then on top of that, it creates more room for receivers to operate, and it's going to bring back the excitement of a return with a good couple blocks and a break and touchdown. That would be dope. Patrick Ramos, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Okay, let me put that on there, because that comment goes directly to what we're going to be talking about here in a minute. Okay, so I mentioned already, we're in 5th place with cap space at $34.1 million. I've been saying 34. It's actually $34.1 million. Now, to some people who say, what's the big deal with the .1? That's $100,000. So that's a lot of money that you could put toward another couple agents or two. So free agents, or two. So that's why it's important. Okay, so Patrick Ramos said quite seriously, not a fan of changing our jerseys. Now, Patrick, I just want to qualify what you just said first. We would not be changing our uniform. See, because when you say that, now some of the people who read your comment may think that what the league is proposing to do is change what the Raiders uniform looks like. That is not what is happening. Now, let me explain. Because if you want to talk brass tacks, you could make an argument that is what's happening. Whether it's this way or that way, doesn't matter. They're getting a jersey that's different. So I get what you're saying. But they're not changing it, they're adding it. So in other words, the long-term original version of what we've been wearing the last 20, 40 years is still the same. The home game and the road jerseys will look exactly the same. But if we got a Thursday night game, instead of just doing the color rush thing that they used to do, they're talking about every team having an alternate jersey that's away and home, So that if they have a Thursday night game or a Wednesday night game or a Monday night game, or what, aren't we playing even on Saturday once or twice, something like that, I think now. And so they just wanted to offer teams the opportunity to have 4 total jerseys. Home game jersey, away jersey, home alternate, away alternate. Just like that. So they're not changing our logo. They're not changing our colors. The design's exactly the same. It's just there would be a handful of games where we would wear these alternate colors. For example, if we end up in one of those games that goes across the ocean to the Great Britain and so on and so forth, and we're going to play some team out there on their land, well, then maybe you throw out the alternate, for their fans, because, they'd love it. Now, Patrick, now that I've made that opinion known and told you what I think, and you've told me what you think, now I got to give you this for everyone else watching as well. This has become a private conversation between me and Patrick. But I can tell you, our fans already voted it down. They actually had a poll put out where they wanted to see how Raider Nation would react to it. And we basically universally said no. And when I say universally, I'm talking about 80-20. It was 80% no, 20% going, yeah. Those are bandwagon fans that joined us last year. I'm just kidding. Personally, I don't have a problem with it, and I'm going to go against the grain here because, I've got courage and I don't mind if people don't agree with me. So I'm just going to say it. I thought the alternate jersey idea was a good one because what we have to remember is we're the generation of Raider Nation that's the mature, the older version of Raider Nation. These kids that are coming up now, they're coming up watching video games more than football games. Not that they're not real fans. They're fans electronically too. They love playing John Madden football. And that's in the millions. It's not, one state that has a couple hundred people. It's all over the globe. So to me, to offer an alternate would have been smart, but it's not going to happen. In fact, I happen to know for a fact that Mark Davis was already associated with some people that have to do with the poll and basically said he knew his fans wouldn't have it, and we didn't. So I can tell you right now, if you hear anything more about it and you're curious what's going to happen, I can tell you right now, absolutely 100%, it's never going to happen. Mark Davis has already signed off on no. So I thought that was a mistake, but I get it. Carlos, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Bro, Chacho, what's up, Chuck? Welcome to the show. I got to meet Chuck in person at an anniversary for TNBC Crew. Great guy. R8RBEAR, to explain what Tommy meant by your cousin, we were all at my cabin, and I was grilling out on the porch when a bear came up. I thought he meant it in real life, like somebody was trolling you. Okay. Oh, Tommy, you got me good tonight. Oh, when a bear came up and I had to vault over my railing, Val and Tommy tried to chase it away by making lots of noise, but Jim had to shoot him. Sorry about your kinsman. What? Jim? We're going to talk later, Jim. Okay? How dare you shoot one of my cousins? TJ equals Rudy, right? My audience is on one tonight. Steve Sweet, welcome to the show. Love that profile picture. TJ Watt is injury prone. Mad Max Crosby is better. Mark Vargas, I have no. I mean, we're in agreement. Even if he wasn't injury prone, I do not think TJ Watt is better than Max Crosby. I just don't. And I'm fair. I gave the other guys their due. Myles Garrett is number one. I agree with that. Number two, TJ Watt. I don't agree with that. Micah Parsons, no. In fact, I'd argue that Nick Bosa should be ahead of one of those two guys, at least when he's healthy. Like you said, another healthy. If you factor in health, Max is at the top, or he's number two. Carlos said Malcolm Kuntz and Tyree Wilson about to step up their game. Carlos, great comment. Welcome to the show. I would say this to you. I think that Malcolm Kuntz is going to come with it. I really do. I think something clicked for him last year. I love the fact that he's not taking that for granted and buying Balenciaga and showing up at Laker games with some hot woman or something. No, he's not acting like, oh man, I'm so awesome. He got right to work. Right when the season ended, he got to work. And he showed AP and Raider Nation that this means something to him. He wants to win. He wants to be better. You know what I mean? Win this job and keep this job. And I like what I've seen so far. Bear has his relatives running amok all over. Some of these videos you guys have been sending me of bears too are just cracking me up. Although I'm being dead honest. I'm being dead honest. If I had a pool in my backyard, which I did on my previous house, but if I had a pool in my backyard and a bear with its cubs started getting used to going into it, I'd just let him go. I wouldn't call for help. I wouldn't call the pound and all that stuff. No. Just let them swim, man. They're going to leave soon. If you come outside and just say, hey, bear, it's going to grab its cubs and leave. But if it comes by organically once in a while and just wants to get in the water because of the heat, let its babies swim a little bit, come on, man. I don't even care. I mean, now, if they start destroying things, but I've seen a few videos where bears have gotten totally used to it. They'll go in the water, their cubs go in the water, they swim around for a few minutes, they get out, and then they just climb over the fence and they leave. You know what I mean? And they don't destroy the guy's property, so he never calls on him. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And the guy I read about, very smart. He never offers the bears food or anything. He takes pictures, he talks through his windows at him, and they notice him, and they don't get scared and run off because he's doing it from the house. I'm jealous. I won't lie. Henny Blair! Oh, that pinky out there. All the way from the land of whiskey and crumpets, donating for the cause. That's my guy right there. Craig Gilmore, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Checking in from AZ, my neighbor. Shane Street, that's my guy right there. Shane, man, your beard's shaming me now all of a sudden. Look at you. That looks dope. Well, the implosions of the Tropicana is scheduled for sometime in October. That's Anna talking to someone else. Oh, Rick Samarano, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. John LaJoy, always there for Raider Bear. All right, so let's keep it moving. Now, when they talk about the trust in AOC and the fact that Davante Adams has bought into him, I think that is a direct demonstration to us as fans saying we're okay. When I'm working out there on the field with him, he gets me the ball. And when I talk to him about here, look for me when I make my break. If you see my hand go up, just throw the ball. And I know for a fact Davante Adams has said that to him. That when he gets a step on a guy and he sees something, if he goes like this, and I know some of you have seen it, he doesn't keep his hand up. He just goes like this. He pumps it once or he'll pump it twice like that, and that's it. And he's basically saying, I've got to step on this guy. I'm going to hit the gas. Just throw it now. Just throw it deep. Put it out there in front of me, and I'll go get it. And he's got to develop a trust in Davante Adams that he'll do that. Davante Adams is one of the best in the category of combat catches. We actually have statistically the two best combat catching receivers in football in Davante Adams. Well, I don't know if Davante's number one, but I do know our tight end, Michael Mayer, is. So at tight end, Michael Mayer makes more combat catches than anyone else in the league and comes down with more balls that are contested than anyone else in the league. Oh, Mark. Wow, real A's fan. Right on, brother. Yeah, I've been bouncing around with them for quite a while now. Sup, Bear, with the crazy squirrel in the house. 10 freaking years. Yeah, baby, looking forward to 20. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Oh, that's a great profile pic, brother. Win, lose, or tie. Hot Atlanta fan till I die. Okay, Corinna. At least you don't do all that. Oh, no. Bob, stop laughing. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a part of a religious ceremony for them. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Ron Stiffington, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. WWF of the NFL, right? Max is at least third. Matt Marinich, I don't know if I would say Max is or isn't third. Okay, you can make the argument with Bosa and whoever else, but I can't with Micah Parsons and T.J. Watt. I can't. They're just fast linebackers that are being allowed to play defensive end in name only. You know what I mean? I don't even count that. Corinna, no falling for the clickbait. Jerome Coleman, what's up, man? My twin brother in the house. I played my cousins. I always wanted one. Yeah, you know, Jerome, nowadays, what I do is I usually play a year back. And so if I go get John Madden from like 2022, almost all the rosters are the same, where you have to make slight adjustments, and the game's going to cost you like $8 because, you know, they can't move the ones from the year prior because they're always pushing out the new ones, like kind of like cell phones. So if you go back a year or two, you can find the games in bins. You know what I mean? $10. You know, and it's just as fun. You know, there's little things that they add. They change how you can, like, decorate the stadium and stuff like that. But, I mean, does that really matter, you know, in the fun of playing football, you know? I don't think so, personally. I appreciate that, Patrick. I'm glad we agree. Okay, so they are just jerseys that will be worn a couple of times a year. You just stopped my head from exploding. Yes, Jim. They would just be alternates, and that's it. Nothing about our normal jerseys would change. In fact, I would argue with you that the only thing that would happen is we would probably have 2 games where there'd be an alternate uniform designed, and they wear it in those 2 games. And that's it. And then all the rest of the games during the year are the same original best uniform in all of football. Bear, will this be the year us Raider fans show more support in the stadium versus opposing teams' fans? Vernon Moshman, it's going to look better, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. And the problem with it is Vegas, no one saw this coming. You know what I mean? I'm not going to even say I did. I saw aspects of this not being good, but it wasn't this one. But the aspect of we're not going to win the stadium until we win games consistently. We have to be competitive. If we're not competitive, it's not going to happen. Now, the only reason I say that is because no matter how diehard a Raider fan you may be, the tickets are expensive, guys. They just are. No one really wants to say that because they don't want to be seen as poor or cheap or something. I'm the first to say it, okay? I'm the first, okay? They're too damn expensive. Little Cub, what's up, girl?
I came to get something.
Okay. I see the Pikachu socks. Banging. That's right, let Raider Nation see it. That's right, she's 22 years old and super cool. Yeah. Love you, girl.
Love you, too.
All right, here we go. I like the block and silver old school and our white and black and the throwback silver numbers black trim bear tradition. Yeah, Mark Vargas, I completely get that. And honestly, I mean, I don't expect Raider Nation to fall in love with this. I don't love it. You know what I mean? Even if they were doing it, they're not. So let me just keep putting that to bed because I know a few people may have just checked in. If you did, this is just talk. Mark Davis has already put it to bed. Can't upgrade on perfection. Don't mess with the tradition. The silver and black is iconic. And this is a guy from the land of whiskey and crumpets. Whoa! That understands it like he grew up in the Bay Area. Salute, my brother. Most NFL teams are trying to get darker black and silver. They know we have the best colors overall. Yeah, Rick, that's why the Niners have an alternate that's black, and the Vikings have an alternate that's black. And I personally, I think that's stupid. I just think it's stupid. It would have been way more, because see, like, black it's too easy. We have it. It's our color, okay? And maybe you could argue New Orleans wears black and Atlanta, the Falcons wear black. Outside of that, well, the Steelers, they've been wearing black for a long time. I'll give it to them, too. Jim's telling me more about the bear. House Junkies, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Raiders, let's go! Raiders! Don't start getting me all fired up, House of Junkies. Dustin King! Heavyweight champion of the world. Miguel Garcia, 559 Fresno, Kakalaki in the house. Tony Carpenter Evans says, no, I'm a PSL holder, and the sales are bad, especially in the black hole. Opposing teams are paying the price to see their team, especially KC. Tony, yes, but even more so, Dallas, Green Bay, their fans really travel, you know what I mean? So we got to watch for that, but the only thing you can really do about it is buy the tickets, But I would say to you, honestly, this is a phenomenon you're going to see more. We saw it with Dallas. Dallas kind of showed us that they've been in that stadium for a long time now, and they're still not, the dominant voice in the stadium sometimes. They do sometimes have other teams that oppose them show up and give them the business as far as the shouting in the stadium. Now, we know now that that's because you're bringing in a melting pot, so to speak, of nationalities, ages. It's more ethnic, it's more male and female, it's more children. And so you're getting that, though, from everywhere. And when you put a team in Vegas where, Vegas is neutral ground, if you ask me. It's neutral ground. I mean, if you look, let me explain. Vegas is a resort town. It's a destination that people go to. So when you have so many people in town and, going in and leaving and going out and going in, going out, going in, they're not based on a certain team. So the people who stay in Vegas were all over the place. From what I understand, they were more Niner fans and Dallas Cowboy fans in Vegas for quite a long time. And we're only just now starting to see the presence of Las Vegas people that live there, work there. The presence of those Raider fans is growing, but it's going to take time. We've got to win. Raider fans won't care what it costs if we're winning. I realize that sounds bad, but Raider fans won't care what it costs if we're winning. If you knew we were going to do a Super Bowl, would you go to the bank and, work on your mortgage? You know you would. Raiders! And the reason I know you would is because I would too, gosh darn it. I would. I would, man. If I knew that, I would, man. I would. 10 grand? 10 grand for Super Bowl tickets? I'm sorry. I know that sounds nuts. It's nuts. But if it was in that range, I'd pay it. I want to win, man. And when we get our next ring, there's no telling when we'll get the one after that. You know what I mean? All these teams are going through that. All of them. You stop doing that, Bob. Just stop doing it. Las Vegas Raiders to conduct training camp at the Jack Hammett Sports Complex in Costa Mesa on July 20th. House Junkies, I appreciate that. Let me read that one more time for everyone. The Las Vegas Raiders will be conducting their training camp at the Jack Hammett Sports Complex in Costa Mesa, July 20th. You see, I got that voice, okay? I can read stuff, okay, like an educated person. Get it all out of this mouth. Okay. Apparently that's what that meant. If Devontae is within reach of the ball, he will catch it. Raiders! Tell him, Corinna. Squirrel nuts! No, Michael Guerrero. No. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Naked Raider in the house. Don't look his way. Don't look his way. He'll drop the soap. It's more merch to sell, and I want to see them. Jerome, Mark Davis already put the no on it. I know. I did a little research. I read 3 different articles about it, and everyone was pretty bummed. I'll be honest with you. Now, Raider fans in the poll they did, when they answered the poll, they wanted nothing to do with it. But I'm concerned that there's a chance that some Raider fans were under the same impression my other guest was under momentarily, that they would make a change that they wear through every game. You know what I mean? And it's not like that. The alternates would be for special occasions, which is a more reason to maybe okay it this year, because we don't really have those weird off-schedule games this year. We're not flying overseas to Britain. We don't have a Thursday night game, to my knowledge. So the Raiders have a semi-tough schedule in front of them, but it's one of those middle-of-the-pack. If you have 30 teams and you get the 17th hardest schedule. Okay, I can live with that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where they put us. That's not the exact numbers, but I know that our schedule, we're right in the middle there. And we still have this 34, K in cap space to put on names. So we're going to see more movement. I'm confident of that. It doesn't mean it'll absolutely happen, but I'm confident that we're going to make some real late moves. Steeler value having too much fun with Grandpa tonight. And I love that. Tana Moku, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Tana, where have you been all night? Yeah, Tana Moku, after AP took over, there were more fans. But if you really think about the statement that you just made, you know why. I mean, the Josh McDaniels thing was still going on. And while the Josh McDaniels thing was going on, you really were losing fan support. I mean, we were all screaming that guy, no. We were all screaming it, let's be honest. No, get him out of there. And instead, they kept going with the guy. So, you get what you pay for. And they paid for it. So, but at least we pulled out of that calamity, relatively quickly. You know what I mean? So. And remember to consider a subscription to Raider Bear Family Page. It's just $5 a month. You can cancel at any time, but you won't want to because we're doing a lot of good things all over the planet. And if you look right down there, there's a green badge next to the blue thumbs up. Click on that green badge and you're on your way to subscribe to Raider Bear Live. And those of you on YouTube should already be subscribed. You should already have the bell liked. You should already hit like. You should already hit the bell. You know how YouTube works. Come on. Don't make me beg. It's not cool. I'm trying to get into the algorithm so you guys see my show. You know what I mean? I can't beat the algorithm with YouTube if you guys don't, get me out there. I'm not sure what it is, but every team has to play a short week and have a Thursday night game. Okay. So having said that, they're not going to have an alternate, but even if there is a Thursday game, yeah, they won't have the alternate. But I don't know. I just thought that was a missed opportunity. You know what I mean? Just to do something with your younger fans, that are the video game generation. They do matter. They're not where the money is necessarily, but they do matter. And as they grow older, they will be, the ones with the money. Like my daughter behind me, she's a Raider fan. She watches games, but she's only a little over 20, so it's going to probably be another 5 or 6 years before she can really afford tickets on her own, without me buying them, because I'll probably buy them. But anything she asks me for, I get her. She asked me for a PlayStation 5, and she just was positive I wouldn't get it. Christmas. Pair. Sorry, bro. Was resting, took my niece and nephew out to the arcade and needed to close my eyes for a minute. No, Tana, see, now when you tell me it's for something like that, then I don't mind. I live for the day when Josh McMoron is never again mentioned in the association with the Raiders. And I don't mean in the same line or page. I mean in the same book. Ever. Put in butts in that guy, okay? And you notice he didn't get another job, and you notice no one's talking about hiring him, and you notice the guy's a bum. Alexa, resume. All right, that's my show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force, for all you do. The energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice, active and veteran. Much love. I love you, Raider Nation. Raging Rhino. Rocking the Rhino tonight. Get in here, killer. Raiders! All right, that's my show. Appreciate you all, and I will see you tomorrow night. Raider Bear Family Page. Peace. No, don't wait around. No, there's no end credits. Just beat it, okay? I'm not Black Deadpool, although I would make a sexy Deadpool. But have you seen how tight that suit is? This body